Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How we all doing today? Riding the Kingsong 16S today on a beautiful Sunday morning. Today, I think I'm going to actually talk about how to ride an electric unicycle, and I'm going to actually run you down through the steps on how to do so. So I'll show you where we're at right now. We're down by #1 pond here in my town called Sanford, Maine. We're actually going down a hill. Let's get a little closer look at this sunrise we got going on here. Now there's a cop over here, so I gotta be careful. Morning. Look at that sunrise, guys. Looks pretty nice, huh? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get to the playground where we first learn how to ride. I'm gonna run you down through the steps on how to ride an electric unicycle. Let's do this. Okay guys, here we are back at the school. This is probably the best place to learn how to ride an electric unicycle. This is where I did do my training. This is where I learned how to ride, more or less. So this is going to be the perfect place for you guys to learn how to ride. So the first thing you need to do is get familiar with your electric unicycle. So let's take a look at an electric unicycle real quickly. Okay, so this is my electric unicycle, my very first one, the Kingsong 16S. I bought this on ewheels.com. Just to give you a little run around real quickly, is you have pedals here that has sensors built inside, and it has backlights, front lights, and usually they illuminate depending on the direction you're facing. There's LEDs on the side of mine. A carry handle, which makes it very helpful when you need to travel with it when you're off the vehicle. And how an electric unicycle works basically is you balance left and right. The motor and the technology inside the electric unicycle balances front and back. So we definitely need to learn how to balance on this thing. And that's going to consist of many things, and hopefully with this video I'll get you up and running in no time. Feel free to check out my videos where I basically came here to train, and it took me about, what was it, 10 to 12 days, 2 hours a day, something like that. So I want to get you riding less than that. So let's do this. So the very first step, let's say you unlocked your wheel, you learn how to do that. You got your app all set up. I definitely recommend that you start off on the beginner's mode. Usually they call that soft mode or beginner's mode on your app. I know Darkness Spot's beginner's mode is soft mode. So once you have that set, have safety gear. I can't stress that enough. It's good to start off with a helmet. If you can get yourself a full face helmet, you're basically invested in yourself and your safety. The next thing you want to get is wrist guards. These are basic 8-ball 888 wrist guards that I got at Walmart, and it seems like it will do the job. I'm going to get some high quality ones, but you want to get wrist guards because from what I hear, if you fall off an electric unicycle, you're going face forward. And full face helmet, wrist guards, hey, you're basically almost there. You're protecting yourself through and through. You also want to get some elbow pads and some knee pads. These knee pads are Demon United D30 knee pads, and they seem to be very good. They fit really nice. And this is a TSG pass helmet. I like how there's a visor on this one. So you don't need to get exactly what I get, but you want to get something similar, protect yourself and invest in your safety. Now that's out of the way, and you got your electric unicycle, you got it set up, you put your bodyguard on there. What do we do first? Well, the first thing you want to do is find a fence or a pole. But essentially what you want to do is hold on to the fence to stabilize yourself, and we're gonna have to find your dominant leg. A lot of people say the first leg you go up the stairs with is your dominant leg, or your first leg that you mount yourself with somehow, some way. That's going to be your dominant leg. So you'll find that out what works for you when you first get on. For me, it's my right leg. And what I do, I wouldn't worry about stance just quite yet, but get used to having your foot and your dominant leg on the electric unicycle. Because the very first thing you're going to feel is this nagging sensation in your shins when the side of the electric unicycle hits your leg. And you're going to feel like you're not able to balance it, but trust me, the more you work at this, the more you balance it on your leg, it's going to be second nature. So just get used to that for a couple seconds and then get off of it. Now we're going to think about foot positioning, okay? For me, I like to put my heels kind of lined up with the back and have it hang out in the front. And I like to angle out my leg directly in the middle of the wheel. See how my leg is directly in the middle of the wheel? So you want to align your foot positioning and your leg so it is smack dab right in the middle, and your knee is going to help position you as well. So get used to balancing that way. And the next exercise, you're going to learn this exercise now, is to balance the electric unicycle on your leg with that foot positioning and just rock it back and forth, back and forth. And you just keep doing that until you feel confident enough that you have balance on the electric unicycle with one leg. So take as many times as you need, pause the video. Good. Okay, so get off the electric unicycle and you feel exhausted. Definitely, if you feel exhausted, stop. And you're gonna feel the sensation right in here where your legs touch the side of the electric unicycle. Trust me, that goes away. That's good. No pain, no gain. So the next step here, I guess it's step 2, is to mount yourself on the electric unicycle again and do half moons. Half moons means you're using your upper thigh, your whole leg basically, to roll the electric unicycle 30-degree arc. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Try not to pivot with your opposite leg. That will defeat the purpose. The purpose of this is to gain control of your wheel. This is what's going to help you stop. Okay? You mount yourself on the wheel. You're going to be balancing front and back. Half moons. Do this many times as you need until you feel confident and you have the balance. Give yourself a day or two to do this, or something like that. Okay, now we're done with that, and you got that down. You basically just helped yourself have control on the wheel, plus you have maneuverability when you stop. So when you stop, you're going to get off the wheel kind of like this at many times like that. Okay, so the next step is mounting on the wheel. And getting used to mounting on the wheel. Okay, so take your fence, pole, or whatever, and just get used to being on the electric unicycle for a couple minutes. You can rock back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Many times as you need. Just get used to that. It's going to feel really unnerving at first, guys, but once you get a hang of that, you're going to be golden. Trust me. We still got our fence, but we're going to learn stepping on and stepping off the electric unicycle. So you got your foot position correctly on your dominant leg, and now you're going to step on and step off. Step on, step on, step off, step on, step off. Very important you look forward and get used to looking forward as well. And just be mindful where you're landing your foot with your opposite leg. Okay. Do this as many times as you need, guys, until you get the hang of it. And then practice rocking back and forth. Stop it. Get on, get off. Get on, get off. So you're still gonna feel that nagging sensation in your leg, and you know it's normal. Like I said, if you have to revisit the first steps, rock back and forth, rock back and forth, half moons, like that. So now you got that down. Now you need some air time. I can't stress that enough. So this is my method, the next step you should go to, and it's going to be scary, but once you do this, this is going to get you riding the fastest. You'll see what we're going to do here in a second. So this next step, what we're going to do is you got to find a pole. You can't have so much assistance around, like a big fence nearby. You need to have an actual pole, something stationary, because once you start launching yourself off, you're gonna have to learn how to practice riding without assistance. If you feel like you need assistance, then go ahead and go back to a fence and practice that way if you need to. But my best, you know, if you want to get riding fast, you need to face your fear. You need to face the fear early on, and that's the only way you're gonna get riding. So we have a basketball pole here, and we're gonna go over to the basketball pole. We're gonna mount on the wheel. You know, learn how to mount again. Mount. Now we're gonna get a little bit more advanced. Okay, when you're mounting the wheel, let me show you, see if I can show you. When you mount the wheel, try to have your electric unicycle at an angle like this, and place your dominant foot at an angle. Kind of give yourself a V-shaped look in between here. So basically you want to have your outer foot on the pedal and your electric unicycles at an angle, and once you have it at an angle and you step on, the electric unicycle is going to meet your shins. Voila. And then it should be straight forward, and then you're able to step on. So try to practice stepping on, stepping off stationary, or with assistance with a pole. Without assistance. So you're at a basketball pole now. There's nothing else surrounding you. You're holding on to the pole for dear life, I bet. Just practice rocking back and forth. Back and forth. Get used to that. Look forward. You know, step off. Step on. Step off. Step on. Rock back and forth. Rock back and forth, but go at an angle if you have to. Just get used to left and right movements. Okay? Now the next thing you're going to do is the scary part. And that is launching off. Trust me, that is scary. Okay, step on. Try to find your footing. What you want to do is when you launch off, you want to look forward. Keep your body straight. Just try to stay relaxed and try to go from one point to the next point. Make it small. Just launch yourself off. Twist your hips if you have to. Okay? And do this many times as you need until you start feeling like you're getting the hang of it. If you twist your hips while you launch off, it's going to help you balance. And at the same time, you got to give yourself some speed. Because if you don't give yourself some speed, you're going to have a hard time. So try to break the barrier in your mind that you're afraid. Instead, tell yourself you can do this. And the more times you practice launching off, you're going to be all right. You're going to get it. It's going to click. If you have to, revisit all the steps. Okay? So, don't even worry about foot exercises right now. Don't even worry about exhausting yourself. Just launch. Launch yourself. Alright. So once you get yourself moving, I think the next step is turning, learning how to turn. Turning is a little tricky. You gotta look where you're going. I'm gonna see if I can demonstrate that here in the parking lot. Okay, so you got yourself moving, right? You got yourself moving. Right? So you gotta learn how to turn. You just look where you're turning, that's all. You know, look where you're turning. Bend your knees if you have to. You know? You can move your hips with the movement. Move your hips, move your body weight to the direction you want to go to. See that movement that I just did right there? This is where the half moons come in. Body positioning, foot positioning. You get better over time doing that. So turning is, it's on a personal basis. Learning how to turn is a personal thing because it depends on your body weight. But you look where you go, move your body with the movements. And it's gonna feel weird at first, but we're going to teach you another step that's going to help your riding, and that's going to be pendulum swings. And again, we're going to use the assistance of a pole. Okay? So, when you're on an electric unicycle, you move by putting pressure on the front of the electric unicycle, and you stop by putting pressure back. Once you learn that step, you're going to have better control over your electric unicycle. So I'm going to step on, and instead of going like this, you got to think about putting your body weight forward. So body weight forward, body weight back, just like that. Hey, what's up, man? So body weight forward, body weight back. And that's how you want to think of your pendulum swings. Forward, forward, back, forward, back, forward. You guys get the idea? So, the next thing we're going to learn, well, what you got to learn is get some practice, get some balance. Learn how to balance yourself, guys.
Alright, so unfortunately I didn't record the most important part of our next step. And that is launching off without assistance, okay? So we've learned everything we had to learn. And here's a video of me practicing how to learn. This is day 3. And I call it frustration day because I was overexerting myself. That's the idea with this video I'm making here, so you don't overexert yourself. At this point, it's expected right now that you're able to be balanced on the wheel, you're able to launch yourself off, and you're able to be riding. But now we need to actually launch off without assistance and be able to still balance and ride. So the kickoff is the hardest part in my opinion. If you can see in the video, right here, this is my dominant leg right here, right on the wheel. And it's ready to go. It's ready to kick off. The other leg, my left leg, is my kickoff leg. It's behind the pedal. Okay, that's very important. And that is also true when you dismount. You want to dismount behind the pedal. Okay, now as you see, I am attempting to kick off, and I lay my foot on the pedal. And then this is where you need to apply the other techniques, which is to lean forward. See, we learned that from the pendulum swings. We've learned how to balance because we've launched ourselves off. And if we combine all these methods together, we're going to be ready to ride, guys. So let me just show you a little bit more. It's kind of funny because I got kind of frustrated.
Oh, jeez, I'm fucking crow, man. This is fucking hard, guys. I can't get it going. I can't get it moving. Can't balance the damn thing. No.
That's because we didn't learn how to launch off beforehand. So I hope that you guys don't get to frustration day. I hope it takes as long as you need, but I hope it's an enjoyable experience and you don't overexert yourself. So I'm going to close this video out. Hopefully this has been informative, and I hope you're riding after watching this video. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you could, and press subscribe if you're new. You all have a good day. Peace.